So we're down at the Dairymaster tent here at the National Ploughing Championships 2025, and we're joined with Pat Ryan, National Sales at Dairymaster. So Pat, I suppose it's been a brilliant year for dairy farmers so far, and look, milk prices have been good, weather has been good. So has there been a good appetite for investment on farms?
I have indeed, yeah, and look, it has been a great year so far. Very solid, lots of interest in various different products, obviously. And look, yeah, it's good. So the weather was great. The appetite is there, certainly, and farmers want to invest. So yeah, we've seen it. We're very positive so far. We're very happy with the way things are going. Yeah.
And has the kind of uncertainty around the nitrates derogation and a few things like that, has that slowed up the process in that regard?
In some cases, possibly, yeah. I suppose, look, there is uncertainty there. There's no doubt about that. And you will have a certain element of farmers that they want to invest, but they're just maybe taking their time to see what the outcome is going to be before they make that decision. The other side of it is a lot of farmers, look, at the end of the day, they see the need to invest. It's a business at the end of the day, and they're saying, look, regardless, we're going to invest in our business. We want to make our business more profitable. We want to reduce labour, for example, and we want to increase our sustainability and stuff. So at the end of the day, they have a plan to drive on, and they're going to do that anyway. But yeah, ideally, look, if farmers knew where they were going, it would help them probably maybe, I suppose, speed up the process,
Yeah, and I suppose, is it new builds that you're seeing, or is it kind of upgrades this year, or what way is that?
Yeah, look, we do everything, obviously, from the new builds the whole way through to all the upgrade stuff. Now, we've seen a big appetite in the likes of upgrades, adding on new features. Look, anything at the end of the day that can reduce labour, for example, make more money, basically. At the end of the day, it's all about profits, So there's guys investing in add-ons. We see quite a lot of interest in the likes of double-up parlours, for example, so, it's a way without having a big investment cost in the likes of infrastructure and sheds and so on and so forth. The option is to double the parlour, so they're getting to where they want to be. They want to speed up milking times and all that. So yeah, look, but definitely in the technology, like what we're looking at here behind my back, the likes of the Moon Water Plus system, for example, drafting systems. We do all the parlour upgrades. Milk recording is becoming extremely popular. Cluster flush systems, anything that helps improve the business, produce better quality milk, things like that. Yeah.
And you're talking about driving efficiency and reducing labour on farm. So maybe do you want to just talk a bit about kind of the technology that you have on display here today and that farmers can avail of?
Yeah, I suppose what we're looking at here is the Moon Monitor system. And at the end of the day, look, it's a management system. And farmers, I suppose, want to make better decisions on farm. So what you're looking at here, for example, once the cow calves, this is at that point working. So you're looking at the likes of non-cycling cows, for example. So a cow to produce milk has to go on calf, obviously. She has to produce a calf. So the first step is once the cow has calved, now we're monitoring the cows after that. So that cycle, or that period there, we'll say before she calves, up until she gets bred, we want to identify. So if a cow has a difficult calving, for example, and she's not cycling correctly, this is going to identify that.
Okay.
So then that cow can be looked at. And once the farmer decides to go breeding, you're giving every cow the best chance to go back and calf because they're all cycling as they should. Then it's monitoring their heats, and then it's looking at the health of the animal as well. So we're monitoring the likes of rumination, feeding, resting levels, and also and that's working all year round. So it's not just for breeding, it's not just doing heats, it's doing the health of the animal as well. So, but it's giving the farmer a load of information, and he can make better decisions on farming based on that.
So you're driving performance through that.
Exactly.
And I suppose, look, just kind of going back to the investment part, Pat. I suppose just is the 10 to 16 unit kind of herringbone parlour still kind of the one on the market to?
Yeah, look, it depends here. Look, obviously it depends on the scale of the farm, but I suppose on the law of averages, it's probably up around the 16, 20 units.
Okay.
The swing over in the Republic of Ireland is still probably the most popular size. We see it in the north of the country. We're doing a lot of the rotary parlours because the herds tend to be much larger up there. So, but I suppose in general, it is your typical kind of 16 to 20 unit parlour is the most popular at the moment. Yeah.
I look, Pat, I suppose there's a bit of positivity around the dairy sector, and I suppose like with that uncertainty coming on, have you a positive outlook, and would you be encouraging farmers to invest?
Yeah, of course we would. Yeah, we should look, like I say, it's a business at the end of the day, right? And every business needs to move forward. And look, when a farmer decides to invest, it's for to make sure their profits are there. They can increase those profits, keep the farm sustainable. Labour is a big thing. So they're always trying to reduce labour and take the hardship out of the jobs that needs to be done from day to day. So the likes of the drafting systems and all that, having enough units in the parlour, things like that, because there's a lot of work to be done on farm, so you don't want to spend all day milking cows either. Why it's a nice job, farmers enjoy it, but they don't want to be in the parlour too long either, so they're trying to make that compact, and it gives them time then to do other jobs around the farm then as well, so yeah.
Brilliant, Pat. Look, thanks very much for talking to us today, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the ploughing.
Thanks so much.
Cheers.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks. And we'll go back to the Agriland tent now.